Well, Coach Greg here with a really cool topic for you. Today is lasting changes to your health and fitness. The key part of this is lasting changes. I've heard this. This is my business, health, fitness, wellness, all the holistic piece of it, not just a TV show host. But if I've had a dollar for every time I've heard people say, oh, I've done it for a week, I've done it for a month, I've done it for a year, but I always fall back. I don't know how to change. You know, the old thing keeps coming back up. You've been there before. That's the term, the yo-yo diet and things like that come up. But it really comes down to some key factors that I'm going to help you with today. So we're going to help you dispel a couple myths to start with, kind of get your head focused straight and help you think about some different things that I hope will help you make lasting changes to your total health and fitness, not just for you, but for your total family. So get a pen and paper if you choose, or just listen, absorb, and then come back, listen again later. My goal for you today is at least take one thing with you after today to help implement into your life immediately. These are immediate changes, not I'll start next week, next month, next whatever, next Monday. Monday's is a day on the calendar. Tomorrow is not. The word tomorrow doesn't exist on the calendar. So it's today. Let's start it today. So, all right, we'll be right back. Grab a pen, paper, get comfortable. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So how many times have you said it to yourself? I want to do this. I want to change that. I want to drop it. Since we're health and fitness, let's talk about it. I want to run a half a marathon. I've never done it before. I want to run a 5K. I want to drop 10 pounds. I want to drop a size or two. How many times have you said that? Or I wish I could do that, but there's always the but, and then the list of excuses that fills in behind it, right? Fill your favorite excuse in there. Everybody's done it. Everybody said it. I'm raising my hand. I'll be the first to raise my hand. I'm with you. I get you. I'm one of you. I get it. That's why it helps me be a better coach, is because I've been there. I may be there now even. You never know. So it's okay that this happens, and it's okay that you feel this way. But as long as that's not your habit, is, oh, I wish I could do that, but. So let's work on leaving that habit behind and getting you to a new place, a new habit. Let's break that. And it's a lot of these terms you've heard before. I'm like, oh, breaking habits sounds so daunting and whatever. It's not. We're going to break these down into bite-sized pieces. So again, like I said, I want you to take one thing with you at a time, one thing with you today that you could implement in your life. So here we go. I've been doing health and nutrition and fitness for a long time. I have been 40 or more pounds overweight, diseases, broken bones. There's a million excuses I could have to not do what I do, but I choose to do something different. So part of it is just getting that headspace on there. What do you want to choose? So first thing you got to understand is you've said, I want to do this, I want to do that, but understand why you want to do that. Why do you want to break or make a new habit? What's the underlying thing? We're going to get to that, the how-to of that in just a minute. Also, this is the stuff we're going to cover today. Understand the difference between a goal and a habit. Those are two different things, distinctly different things. And a little bit of mindset for success. Your mindset has to be your driving factor. His mindset does not have to be perfect. It's not yay, happy, happy roses and unicorns every day, but it's a lot of positive thinking, a lot of pushing through things to not fall into those old ways, old conditions and such that got you where you are today. Why are you here today? If you want to lose 10 pounds and you did before, why not again today? Start looking at things like that. What happened? Not in the excuse sense, but what really happened? And then let's start changing. So let's take those habits, let's take the new habits and turn them into lasting lifestyle habits. Again, with this more routine, you do something, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit, it's a routine. Do you drive down the street every day taking your kids to school and you stop at the coffee shop for a pastry and a coffee, a latte and something else, start your day with 200 calories of junk? Used to do that quite a bit. Drive down the street, I'm going to stop at Starbucks, get me some eggs, get me something else. It's very expensive after a while. Do the math on how much that costs you. Anybody that says, oh, I can't afford a coach or a trainer, do the math on your coffee and pastry habit and then come back and see me, because that's pretty daunting right there. But we're going to talk about overcoming roadblocks and setbacks. Then we're going to have a maintenance plan to help you stay the course regardless of what life throws at you, because I guarantee you, as soon as you get going, life's going to swing at you. It does every single time. But the difference between being successful this time and not being successful before is how to overcome when life swings at you. And part of it's just, it's knowing it's coming, having the plan when it does. So let's start with this. Okay, number one, first thing we're going to talk about is myth busting. Let's do this first. I've done a lot of reading on things. I've seen that it takes 40 days to break a new habit or make a new habit and break an old one. I've seen 81 days, 21 days. There's a lot of numbers. Some of them have science, some of them don't. Let's do this. Let's not put a number of days on your habit change, okay? Promise me that. What it really comes down to is it's going to take some people 7 days. It's going to take some people 21 days. It's going to take some people 50 days because we're all different. We're all wired different. We've been different places. So give yourself the grace to allow however many days it takes. And you don't even need to track the number of days, but don't get stuck on a number. That's like when we're training. I don't let people stop at 10. 10 is a mental block. I'm going to do 3 sets of 10. Why are you stopping at 10? Well, because that was the number I chose. Erase the 10, go to 15, go to 16, go to 20, get rid of 10. Same thing here. Skip the 21 days, skip the 40 days. Just get the habits and the systems in place. That is our goal here. Okay, so let's erase that. No more preconceived notions. Promise me that we're not going to do that. So I want you to focus on not becoming discouraged and focus on progress. So what that means also is giving yourself grace to have victories every day. Old habits are hard to break. You might first start going that way. Have some awareness. Go, ooh, I'm going to my old habits. I'm driving down the street. I'm about to turn into Starbucks. You know what? No, I'm going to save the money today. I'm going to save the calories right now because I brought my own cup of coffee without all the junk in it. And I brought myself a nice fruit cup or protein smoothie or something else delicious and healthy that supports where I'm going, not hurts where I'm going or where I've been. So let's give ourselves that. And I want you to not be discouraged too if, as we go along this whole process, as you're working through it, you fall into the old habit. It's like, dang it, I did what I used to do. That happens. That's called giving yourself grace. It happens. Forgive yourself and move on. Okay, move on. Recognize it, acknowledge it, but then move on. Pick right back up and keep going. It's not a failure. Remember, it is not a failure until you quit. It's an educational process until then. Quitting is your only failure. So let's get to the good stuff. Step-by-step system to creating the new habit and breaking an old one. Now, this is all about systems. Systems, you hear about systems in computer work, in even the fitness business. There's a system. There's sales systems. There's copy systems. Everything has a system. So what we're going to do is get you a new system in yourself that is going to allow your goal to be amazing. Your goal is going to be good. And your plan is going to be good. So the most important factor of achieving the goal is not focusing on the goal itself, but focusing on how it is you're going to get there. Great example. I want to lose 10 pounds. So you get on the scale every day. If all you're looking at is the scale, it's not going to change itself. The goal didn't change. The scale didn't change. What changes is your process to get there. That's the change part. You got the goal, see the goal, be aware of the goal, envision the goal, feel the goal, feel it, see it, embrace it, but focus on your actions, delivering the process. The actions to get to the goal will happen. A lot of times I have people with this happened to me, intestinal issues, weight was up, all kinds of things were going on, but I just focused on cleaning up my intestinal issue. That was my number one thing. Health, specifically health. Didn't care about the weight at the moment. I had to get that cleaned up. I went back to nutrition, fired the doctor because I was getting no help from the doctor. I went back to my roots. Nutrition's my roots. Let's clean this up. I know how to do this. Clean it up. Super, super, super clean. But as I got cleaner, it was a challenge. My old habits wanted to kick in. I wouldn't let them because I had a goal. I had a goal to get my system clean. Along the path of getting my system clean, I also was dropping weight. That wasn't the goal, but that was the side effect of doing stuff right. So as your goal, if your goal is 10 pounds, that's great. But what are all the other benefits you're going to get from that around the 10 pounds? You're going to get more energy. You're going to be able to have better mobility. You're not going to breathe as hard going up the stairs. You're going to get stronger. You're going to play with your kids. You're going to be more present for your spouse or your partner. All the good stuff's going to happen within that same goal. So there's more things than just the goal, and they all come from the process. So You may be struggling with work life, family life, finances, health, weight. It doesn't matter what it is, but the poor habits are easy to slide into because a lot of times that clouds our mental space so much. Again, been there a bunch of times. I have coaches too to help me like drag me back out of that space. Like, get out of that space. You focus on positive, positive, positive. Look at all these awesome things that are going on. I'm like, oh yeah, these things are happening. Those are the things that are going to keep me moving. So if you said to yourself ever, this time to change, this is it for good this time. I mean, we said that before, right? No, really, this is the time. Then let's make this the time. You're stronger now. You're here with me. So let's get after it. So recognizing the change that you want is good. Now we're going to get into the why piece. The why, you may have heard this before, but the why is the true emotional piece to what you want to change. I always tell this story because it's great. It's emotional, it's impactful, it's a great story. And it's a real life story. I'm working with a guy, his daughter-in-law sent me over. He said, you've got to help my father-in-law. His health is diminishing badly. He barely gets out of the chair. He's way overweight. We're worried about him even living much longer. So I said, I'll go talk to him, see what I can do. I go see the guy. He didn't even get out of the chair to meet me. He was 360 on the weight, sitting in the big easy boy chair, 6'4", 360, maybe 65 years old. Big man, strong man, construction, all that kind of stuff. Super great guy. Super great attitude. Say, yeah, good to see you. We're all fine and dandy. We're having a great conversation. I'm like, hey, man, so why am I here? How can I help you? What do you want to get out of this? He's like, oh, yeah, I need to lose weight. My health needs to be better. I just need to, be able to move a little bit better. I think that's great. Now tell me why again. Well, you know what? I need to be able to stand up and my health isn't quite as good. Now we're getting a little more serious. Okay, tell me why again. So he keeps telling me why. If you've heard this story before, bear with me. It's worth hearing twice. But by the time we got done asking him why, and he started peeling off that onion, because everyone says, I want to lose weight. Why? Well, I just want to look better. Really? But why? Why? Because maybe you're not feeling attractive. Maybe your spouse isn't attractive to you as much as they used to be. Maybe it's it could be a lot of things. That was a hard one right there if you just heard that. But it could be those. This guy got down to the point where this big giant of a construction man starts crying because he cannot play on the ground with his grandchildren. He's missing life with his grandkids. It wasn't, oh, I'm overweight and I want to look good. It's because I'm missing out on life, and his life's going to get cut short unless he makes that change. So I challenge you right now, if you're still with me, I want you to write down your why. Think about it. Write it down. Write down your first one. And then I challenge you to get courageous right here. Get courageous and clear with yourself and start writing your true why. Well, I want to look better. Well, why? So do I. Why? Because I want to look good for my spouse. Okay, why else? I want to look good for my kid. I want my kid to look at me and go, dude, Dad, you're in great shape. I want to be one of the guys we're in the football world now, and I see guys of different shapes. The guys that used to be in shape and used to be guys, and now they're really big and heavy, and there's still some guys that definitely still go to the gym. So I want to be in that group. I want to make sure that I'm in that group, not the old guy group, not the old out of weight, can't play with my kids group. Not going to work. I want to see grandkids. That's what I got all the way down to my list on my why. I want to see grandkids. I got a lot of things to overcome to get there. Time is one of them, but I want to get there. That's my personal why. I just shared with you a personal thing. That's my personal why. I want to get to grandkids. I don't want to just see them. I want to play with them. I want to mess with them and rile them up and hand them back. Here you go. Here's your kid back. Oh, by the way, they had some sugar. Thanks, Grandpa. But that's my why. So I challenge you. I challenge you to figure out your why. Write it until you get to the emotional piece, the piece that stirs you inside. What stirs you to make a change? Not the one that sounds good, but the one that stirs you into living better. Okay. It may be lose weight, but then start digging it. Okay. So when you write it down the first time, write it down and then ask yourself again why, until you don't have too many more whys left. Do it 3, 4, 5 times, but just keep asking yourself why until you get inspired. You'll get inspired. You'll get real with yourself. If you need some help with that, send me a note back. Text me. I am me. My number's all over. That is my cell number. Just text me. Hey, coach, I was watching your show. I need some help with my why. Okay, no problem. I'll help. I'd be happy to help you out. We'll dig through that until you get there. So that is your action step. Okay, write it down. Get honest with yourself and make that list until you've got nothing left. Number 2 is we're going to make some small steps to changes. I've had only a few clients ever that just changed a full diet, changed their whole workout routine, changed everything at one time and ever been successful. The people that change everything at once, it's a daunting task. It's usually overwhelming. There's usually more people than just you involved. If you are single and you've got just yourself to rely on, nobody else for, family dinners or kids' food or whatever it is, that may work. It still may not, but it's hard to do. But take small steps, especially if there's more people around you. You got to take small steps. The power of the power of persistent small steps is the key. Persistent small steps. You make one of my business coaches says, make 1% change better every day. End of the year, you just made 365% change better. So one little thing, learn it. Make that your first thing. Make that your first habit. Go a week or two. What did you do? And when my alarm went off, I got out of bed. I didn't hit snooze 2 or 3 times. I got up. My clothes were ready because my other new habit was I have my clothes out for the morning. I'm prepared. I know what I'm going to wear. I'm prepared and I'm ready. I got up, showered, whatever you do in the morning, got dressed, but I didn't hit my snooze alarm 3 or 4 times and still get out of bed like, oh my gosh, I'm getting out of bed. I can't believe I'm up. I was so tired. Just get up and go. That's a small goal, but that's one goal. That's one example of a goal, but that's part of your system to do that. So you set that goal, write it down. I will do this, or I am doing this. I am is a very powerful statement. Remember that. I am is one of the two most powerful words together in the English language. I am making this change. My change will be my alarm today. My change will be, I will drink 60 ounces of water. My change today will be, I will eat 1 or 2 vegetables, which I used to eat 0. So now I will add 1, and then I will add 2. I will add some protein to my food because usually I just eat vegetables or bread or other stuff. So I'm going to make these changes, and one at a time, make them small, but make them every day till that becomes your norm. You don't think about it anymore. It's not about getting good at making the change. It's about making the change so you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's not about being good anymore. It's about what you do every single time. And then if it can be the bank account, it can be the weight loss, it can be any of those things, but just one small change. You just keep doing that same action every day, the same action over and over and over until you're not thinking about it. It becomes your automatic. That's how habits happen. They happen automatically. So like I said, the topic could be anything. It could be a weight loss. It could be starting a fitness routine. It could be working on a health issue. It could be a relationship with a partner. Tell your partner you love them. Tell somebody you love them every day. That's an amazing health boost right there. It's a mental boost. It's an emotional boost. Hey, coach, I don't have somebody. You know what? You do. Look in your phone. Find somebody in your phone. Text them. Hey, just thinking about you. Love you. Have a great day. It's amazing the feeling you get from this. And then do it without any expectation. Throw it out in the world. Throw it out to that person and just walk away from it. Because all you're doing is you're sending the love out. That's going to make you feel better. Start doing that every day. And then tell me how much better your day goes. I was in a program once. That was part of the requirement. Is you find 3 people every day. You tell them you appreciate them or you love them every day. 3 people, 3 different people. Keep finding more people. I'm like, I'm running out of people. So I started finding old friends and things. Hey, thinking about you. Hope you're having a great day. They're like, awesome to hear from you. It was almost always return and always positive. Nobody said, hey, don't send me the message. Don't send me the message that says you're thinking of me and have a good day. Nobody says that. So it's like, I'm going to pray for you, whether you're religious or not. Someone says, I'm going to pray for you. Who says, no, don't? You do. So it's like that. It's that positive energy though, but start doing it every single day. All right. So those little changes, your action steps there. So identify and write this down, your small habit changes. If you have a bunch of changes that you want to make, write them all down. Feel free to write them all down. You don't have to write them down one at a time. I encourage you to implement them though, one at a time, unless it's just something you can manage easily. Like, okay, I'm going to drink more water and I'm going to eat more vegetables. Those 2 you can do at the same time. Vegetable and more water. Easy. But if it's something that's too much, don't get overwhelmed for sure. And don't go partway into it and go, oh, this is too hard. I quit. Do not quit. I'm telling you, do not quit. It's not allowable in this program. Do not quit. That's the only time it fails. So again, if you mess up, you don't get enough water. Yesterday, I didn't drink enough water. I was tired. I drank a bunch of coffee and realized, oh, I'm probably more tired because I drank too much coffee and didn't drink the water. First thing I did is filled up my 40 ounce jug, started on it first thing before I even got near the coffee. So I made that switch. Okay, I messed up yesterday, but today's a new day. And I prepared myself and I started that way. So I'm on the success path today with that habit of just drinking more water. That's one of mine also. Step 3 in this, I just mentioned it. Don't quit. It sounds like simple and overused advice, but every successful person you will ever meet in your life is going to tell you, why did you get successful? It may or may not be because of the systems they put in place. It may not be how smart they are. It may not be how persistent they are. But you know what? When life smacked them around and things got tough, they didn't quit. That's the number one thing. I got a buddy that he has cerebral palsy. He has a foundation. It's all about never giving up, not having any limits, about persisting and pushing through. He's done more amazing physical feats than most people without any issues have ever done a couple with him. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is killing me, but he's still doing it. You know why? Because he doesn't quit. He doesn't let any of that stuff stop him. He doesn't let any of those excuses get in his way. He just gets after it. And, if this didn't work, I'm going to go do that again. Guy with cerebral palsy, he runs the OC marathon. Then he goes and climbs Mount Kilimanjaro. Then he goes and does an Ironman in Kona. Ironman in Kona is no joke, and only a very small percentage of people in the world can do it and can finish it. This guy finished it, cerebral palsy. Unbelievable, because he could have quit anywhere along this thing. It would have been way easier for him to quit and go, hey, I was here, I tried, I have an excuse, I didn't finish. This is not an excuse guy. He just wouldn't let that in his head, and he didn't quit. So comparing that to some of the little things that we deal with, I never say compare. Don't ever compare your world with someone else's. They don't compare. We're never the same people. At the same time, look at someone that's got the challenges and go, wait a minute, that person's got that challenge and I'm whining and complaining. Really? Check yourself. That's like a self-check for me. It's a self-check, not as much as a comparison, but a self-check. So every time somebody wants to quit, whether it's my son, sometimes it's me. I'm like, wait, did I really give this a full try? Did I give it my full effort? Did I have a coach me along the way? Did I have accountability of a friend? Did I have someone to hold me to a task? Did I have a process in place? Did I have a good plan? Did I do what I needed to do to make this successful? Or did I give it a half-ass effort and go, well, I sort of tried, and just like usual, just like the old days, it didn't work. That's the cop-out. That's the old mind thinking. That's the old brain thinking. That's, like I said, that's the cop-out. Don't let that happen. You need an accountability person. You get a coach. You get someone that's going to be there with you to push you through. Again, you don't quit until the very, very end if there is no other option, and I'm going to bet that we can find one. You call me and we're going to find an option. So let's stay on that path. So for the don't quit part, here's what I want you to do. Get an accountability partner. That means is just have someone that's got your back 100%. Someone that believes in you 100%, not just the cheerleader. Oh yeah, you can do it, but they believe in you. The days you're like, oh my gosh, I'm down. My headspace is down. I'm not feeling good. My business coach told me, we went over some numbers and things. My growth number was huge. And she said, okay, you know what? There's no more whining and complaining that you're not doing good enough, that you're not doing this anymore. She's like, those are gone. She's like, I'm not going to accept that anymore. She's like, you're killing it over here. You're killing it over there. So anytime you think you're not doing well enough, we're going back to that. It's like, there is no more. So that's what you need, is a tough love person too. She's behind me 100% for sure, but there's the tough love that goes with it. Not the, it's, you're going to feel okay. It's okay to quit today. No, it's not. It's okay to adjust today, to learn from today, but not to quit today, right? So the accountability partner is big. Also, find your favorite movie quote, motivational person, a pastor, whatever's going to provide you the don't quit energy. Who provides you that energy? Read a passage, listen to a quote, listen to something daily that keeps you charged and on task. Make it your daily mantra. Start with it in the morning. I have my lineup of things I listen to in the morning just to get my head space straight. My head tends to go sideways in the morning, but if I start there, I'm poised already to go forward and be successful because my head space is straight. Find that for you. Like I said, it's a quote, it's a person, it's a don't quit thing. I was on another call earlier, and they asked for an example of somebody that motivated you, and what did they say? What did they do? I had a vice president I worked for years ago in the corporate world. We're on the golf course. I had this really long shot coming in. I crushed my drive. I don't know if you know golf or not, but that's okay. Point being, I had a really long shot to make the green, and there was water in front of it on my second shot. It would have been an amazing shot in any case. And I'm like, maybe I'll just lay up. Layup means you're playing it safe. You're hitting it short, and then you kind of sneak up on something. This guy walked by me, and he goes, "You didn't come here to lay up, did you?" And he just kept walking. Like, he just threw the challenge at me. Not only was it the challenge of like, you didn't come here to come up short, go for it. But he believed in me enough that he knew by saying that I would probably, I'd probably go for it, and B, that I could do it. My mind was like, oh, gee, I don't know. And his mind is like, go. And sure enough, I dropped the iron in the bag. I pulled out the big lumber. I crushed my shot, landed on the green. I look over at him. He just nods his head. He's like, I told you so. It's kind of, that wasn't I told you so. It's more like, nice job. I knew you could do it. So he believed in me. That's a thing that I will never forget. That quote is, you didn't come here to lay up. Meaning you didn't here to whatever it is you're doing. Be it big or small, be that. So find your movie quote, find your pastor quote, find out what it is for you that motivates you. Moving on to the more mindset, planting the seeds in your mind is critical. So every big change comes from a decision to make it happen. A decision is a big, strong word. It's like every day I start with, because again, I've learned this. I said, I am deciding today to be this. I'm deciding today to be the best possible coach I can be. I'm deciding today to crush my own workout so I can lead from the front. I'm deciding today to go get some extra sales, to grow my business. I'm deciding today to really help somebody who I didn't see coming that I can really help. Make a decision. But when you make that decision, it's a commitment, but it's, you know what? It confirms what you're doing. It says, I'm going to do this today. So every big change comes from the small decisions to make it happen. And the creations of the habits and the systems, the things we've been talking about in small steps, put those in play and it goes. But you got to make the decision, not, well, I think I'll try. The word try, take it out. If you go up to me and say, well, I think I'll try to do that many, I'm like, no, you either will or you won't. So let's choose will and let's get it done. Not because I'm a jerk, but because I believe in you. Let's take the try out. The word try is kind of like cop out thing. It's like you're just waiting to not do well. Skip that. You just forget that. You're not going to try, you're going to do. And if you don't make it, you learn from it and you took the shot. Remember, you didn't come here to lay up. Take the shot, make it big. But plant the seeds in your head, make that decision. I'm going to do this today. Today, I'm going to have a successful day of eating. Today, I'm not going to stop at Starbucks or wherever and get a pastry. Today, I'm not going to skip my workout. I'm going to have a great workout. Even if it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, great. I'm still going to get it done. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be happy about that. I'm going to feel victorious because I did something. I did something that's along my way. If it's a financial thing, hey, I put $20 away today. I put it in savings. I didn't spend it on something useless. Hey, I told my spouse I love them today. Whatever it is, you did that today. I'm deciding I'm going to do that today. I did something else today too. I said, I'm going to decide to do this today. My wife called and said, hey, what's going on? I said, oh, hey, by the way, I did this just to let her know what was going on. She's like, oh, that's really nice. Thank you. I'm like, wow, right there. So right there, things just got better because I made a decision while I was out to take care of something else that we didn't talk about, didn't discuss. I just made the decision. It wasn't about an ego thing. It's just taking care of my family is what I decided to do. And I did. She's like, oh, thank you. That's really nice. And that was great. So again, every little thing like that makes your life better. Make the decision to do those things. So all of you that have determined your why and identified your habits were either, to identify the habits too, I want you to do two things. Sorry, we're just going to deviate real quick. I want you to make a sheet of paper. On your sheet of paper, split it in half. Say habits that I'm doing now to be successful. Write them down. You can just shorthand them, keep them small, bullet point them. Habits that have sabotaged me in the past or are sabotaging me. Write them down. Identify them. You need to see what they are. You know what they are, but write them down. Put them in front of you. Put them side by side so you can see those two together. And I want you to start focusing, then take the page of the new habits, write them down. These are going to be my new things. These are my success habits. Let's take the sabotage habits. We have identified them. Let's get rid of them. Don't keep them around staring at them. Stare at the other ones. But Give yourself approval in your head to make the change. I approve this change. Just because I've done it in the past and it's never worked for me in the past, so what? Today, I'm going to give myself approval to be different, to behave different, to act different, to have a different success. That's what you've got to do. My other business is called Empowered Fitness. It's spelled I am powered. I am because it plays off the words I am. I am are two of the most powerful words in the English language because it sets your tone. I am courageous. I am strong. I am determined. I am a survivor for a lot of people, right? So your I am, you say I am, fill in the blank. I am. I want you to write 10 things down. I am. I am what? What are you right now? People come in here to train. Write down your I am on the way in the door. Oh, I am tired. I am unmotivated. I am barely here. On the way out the door, I am so happy I was here. I am feeling energized. I am feeling great. I am a lot of different things on the way out the door than on the way in the door, But the I am statement for you is big. So write down 10 I ams for yourself. If you don't have 10, write down 5. But do that every day. Today, I am grateful. I am determined. I am courageous. Whatever your I am is, write it down. So I want you to decide the type of person you want to be or not want to be. The who. Who are you? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to show up as every day? Write it down. Write down your why. What's your reason for this? What do you really want to do and be? Write down what your success steps are going to be. Write down your little changes. I don't mean little changes belittling them. I write down little changes because little ones become big ones. Accumulation of little steps become massive changes. Remember that. Remember, give yourself grace. One of the greatest things, give yourself grace. Grace to make mistakes. Grace to learn from those mistakes. A mistake's just a learning experience. It depends on how you look at it. Okay, we're not in school getting A's and B's and C's and D's, but even at that, it's a learning opportunity. Learn from everything you don't do well. Figure out how to do it better next time, and then do it better next time. It's that. And then keep your why. Keep it written down. Get a little postcard or a sticky note. Write down your why. Once you figure out what it really is, write it down. Put it in your bathroom mirror. Put it in your car, by your steering wheel, on your console. Somewhere where you can see it that reminds you, especially if you're not feeling good about something. Oh, I'm a little down today. You look down and you see that, oh, yeah, I'm living to be like a role model for my kid. All right, I want to do that. Is this a role model? Behaving like I am, acting like I am, speaking like I am? No, not right now. And not right now it isn't. I need to decide now, make the decision to change that. I don't want to be that. I want to be this. I had this problem a couple of weeks ago. For whatever reason, my head was going sideways, down, until I went, stop. And I got upset. And I used a few curse words against myself. I'm like, no, you know what? I just started getting after it. I'm like, forget that. That's not how I am. That's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. I want to be over here. I got fired up, fired myself. It took a lot. It was not easy. It's not the typical person that I am, but I changed that moment to make it better. This is not an ego thing. It took a lot to do this. Some people naturally have that. I have to go find mine too. If you have to go find yours, we got to dig and find this. We'll dig and find it together. Like I said, if you need some help, you reach out to me. I will help you out. But keep your why in your focus. Remember what it is. There's a big thing too. Eliminate the people that keep you down. Last thing. There's always going to be the haters of the world. There's always going to be someone that's uncomfortable because you're making a change. Because they like you where you are because it makes them feel comfortable. Your life is about you. I'm not saying blow up relationships, but I'm saying live for you. You get one shot through your life. One shot. You got to decide how you want to live it. It's yours. That person, you can affect the other person. Don't let them always affect you. Affect their change. Say, hey, I'm living to be better. I'd like you to live better with me. Why don't you come join me? Invite them to join you. There's always going to be negative people. And if you got to keep the negative people in your life, keep them at arm's length. Let them into a point. I've had to do that too. Some people some people you can't get rid of because they're relatives and things, but to a distance. You only tell them certain things. You only share certain things with them. You share more with the people that are on your side. I talked about having a coach, a mentor, an accountability buddy. That's the person you share everything with because they're always going to have your back. The other people, you keep them at arm's distance because they can't get in your business. They can't affect you that way. Just thank you very much. Just nod and say thank you. Don't let them upset you. Okay, thanks for your opinion. Appreciate you. Moving on to the next thing, right past it. So again, so habits are not about having things or achieving things. They're about a system and a process of becoming or creating a lifestyle. It's a system of doing things different. Your goal is your goal. That's your end game. That's up here. End game is this. It's a target to shoot for. And once you hit that goal, go to the next one. It's never a stopping point. It's just the next place to stop at, and then go to the next one. But the habits are not about achieving things. They're about a system to get where you're going. So keep that in mind. They're going to help you become the person that you want to be. That positively affects your life, your mindset, your health, so you can be better for everybody else around you. Sound good? So hopefully you grabbed something from this. My goal is that you got something from this today that you can take with you, implement immediately into your life, just to make everything better. This is all about living empowered. I guarantee you put little changes in your life right now, you will be living empowered for sure. So until next time, hey, stay with us. We're heading to the kitchen next. We're going to the kitchen with the coach and making some really cool snacks and stuff today, air fryer stuff with some chicken. So enjoy that. We will be right back right after this. Greg here. Welcome to Cooking with Coach. Hey, in today's episode, we're going to have some fun with the air fryer and some chicken, particularly the chicken nuggets. Who doesn't love those? Anybody show of hands doesn't love those? Our house loves them when the boys come over. We got football teams coming over, all kinds of stuff now. So you got to have these things on hand ready to go. There are good ones. There are not good ones. So really look for the better quality. The white meat is better. The lightly breaded is better. If you can find a gluten-free, even better. But if you can't, that's okay. I have just pre-made some chicken because we're going to use the air fryer to make a whole really cool little snack for you. So grab your pencil, your paper. If you want to follow along, you got an air fryer and some chicken. Get everything out with us. I will be right back. We're going to start cooking. Hang tight. Okay, everyone, we're back. All right, here we go. We're going to make a really cool snack. I have chicken nuggies. I do have also, we're going to go the healthier route, some rotisserie chicken. Love the grocery stores these days. They will make a bucket of rotisserie. They'll do the hard work for you. They'll take it all off the bone, just put the white meat in there together. It's perfect. This is great for salads, for snacks, for what we're about to do, all kinds of different things. So here we go. I've got some biscuits. Yes, things starting with biscuits. We're going to the air fryer with these things. But we're going to make chicken and biscuit. We're going to make chicken and biscuit healthy, chicken and biscuit kid-friendly, some different flavors. It's going to be really fun. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to start with the biscuit. Again, you grab whichever one you like. The biscuit companies are getting smart. It actually says air fryer ready on the package now. So they figured it out that this is what we're doing with the biscuits now. I'm just going to put it in a little flour so it's easier to work with, but not too much because it does need to stick together once we're ready to go. So I'm going to just make a little biscuit pancake right here. Those two words that go good together, biscuit and pancake. All right, I got a little one here. I just didn't want it to stick to my tray here. Thin is pretty good, but not too thin. It has to hold all your stuff. If it's too thin, your stuff's going to pop out the outside if you overload it. So don't overload them either. We've done this recipe a while ago. Not this recipe, a different style altogether, but similar, using the biscuits. This is such an easy recipe to do. This is also super fun to do with your kids. Your family, like, hey, let's make something together. Like, oh, I don't want to cook. This is fun. Like, hey, look, we're making little pancakes. You get to put what you want in them. They're going to go, oh, that's awesome. Let's do that. So I'm going to start with just a couple of these right now. Here's how we're going to do this. I have fresh mozzarella. I got a fresh mozzarella ball. You can get the the ball, you can get fresh, you can get shredded. Again, whatever works for you. Depends on how much time you have. If I was hustling on time, then I would just grab shredded mozzarella and sprinkle some of that in here. But for today, for you guys, we're going to make some cubes and drop the little cube in here. What's going to happen is we're going to put the cube in here. That cube is going to melt and make some beautiful mozzarella, creamy mozzarella in here for our little chicken guy. Here we go. We're going to start to stack it already. Chicken, the mozzarella goes first. I'm going to pick a decent sized guy right here. This guy's going to be good. This is straight up just chicken and cheese right here. I am going to make this fancy. Now, if you're doing kid ones, just a simple chicken and cheese, that's usually how they are. If they like something else, you can put more ingredients in these. This one, I'm going to fold this guy over, make him very simple. One chicken nugget, one piece of mozzarella. That guy's good to go. Going to squish the top together. I am going to remember this time to use my handy dandy olive oil spray. I like the olive oil spray, a little healthier than other oils. The olive oil spray keeps it from sticking to the air fryer. So my air fryer is right here. It's poised and ready to go. It's already warm because I just did the chicken. Okay, that's chicken piece number one. We're going to make a little, look at me, already getting stuff on my shirt. Don't wear black if you're using flour. There you go. I'm going to go chicken guy number two. We're going to go chicken nugget. Put a little olives, a little bit of olives in this one. Make this a little bit more flavor. Olives are the good fat. Yes, olive oil. A couple of these in here. To put a couple under the chicken, some next to the chicken. They can all be friends in there. I'm also going to add a little sun-dried tomato, a little bit of tang in here. We're going to get the, I got just the julienne cut because they're smaller. You can get these in the olive oil. You can get them flavored, unflavored. You can also cut these up, tear them up so they're a little smaller as well. Whatever fits. Remember, it's just, guys, has to fit in the dough. That's all we need to have. So, again, I'm going no sauce on these. So what you can do is you can get, if you got a marinara sauce you want to dip because you like that, great. I do have one here I'm going to show you in just a minute. I'm going to make it a different way with a different sauce that I like because it's my show. Anyways, no, I'm going to put one on there that I like, the sauce that I like too. Again, just a little spray of olive oil, a little spritzer right there. And he goes in the tub with the other kids. All right, let's do another one. So we're going to take, again, the dough. The dough comes off in thick biscuit pieces. What I want you to do is peel that again in half. Otherwise, they get really giant. You can make a big old fat one if you want, big old giant one. That still works. These are really meant to be snack size. And again, you don't want to eat too many of these, but if the kids are eating them, they're make easy snacks. You can have one or two. It's a meal. If you're having these also and you're cutting down, have one of these. Make a nice salad for yourself to go with it. Make a vegetable to go with it. You still get the good flavorings, the good chicken, the good cheese. I love chicken and cheese. My favorite. A couple of my favorite things together. All right, here we go. A couple more of these ready to go. All right, I'm going to go cheese on this. I'm switching this time. I'm switching to rotisserie this time. So this really one is for me. Again, it's a little bit cleaner. Again, mozzarella, as far as cheese goes, mozzarella is one of your cleaner, burning, digesting cheeses. Top notch for you. Okay, I'm going to go sun-dried tomato. I like those. I'm not a tomato fan in the raw tomato sense, but I do, for some reason, like these. Good flavor. Don't know why I don't like the others. I just don't. I'm going to put a pineapple chipotle sauce. Oh, that smells delicious, especially on my nose. I'm going to put a little drop of sauce on here because plain chicken, rotisserie chicken, and mozzarella by itself is going to be bland. It's going to be tasty, but it's going to be bland. So I'm going to put just a little drippings of the sauce. It's going to pop that tomato a little bit as well. That's going to be really good. So now I got just a little bit of sauce in there, enough to give it the flavor. Peel that up. Again, that is a pineapple chipotle sauce. That's going to be tasty. That's excellent. We've had that before on the rotisserie. Really gives it some life without giving it, again, too much extra fat or anything, but just a really great flavor. Try to figure out I'm all about the flavor stuff here. Boom, 2 in the bucket. All right, this one, we're going to go with a totally different angle on this one. Check this out. Okay, a little bit of a breakfast style one, or I'm sorry, sort of a desserty style one. Blackberries. Oh, coach, you just went a totally different direction on us. Yes, I did. Could make this one a little dessert-like. Since we have the dough is a little bit pastry-ish. So I'm going to put that in there. Going to put that in there. Going to give me a little bit of strawberry. Let me cut this up a little bit because that's not going to cover that whole thing. Slice, slice, slice. Watch your fingers when you're slicing, please. Okay, I'm going to cut this up a little bit smaller. Good. So whatever kind of fruit you like, you can put this in there. Remember, you're making just like a little fruit tart pastry without all the extra gelatins and such. So you can put whatever you like in it. So I got blueberries, blackberries, strawberries in this thing. And we're going to cover this thing up. Now, what you could do with this too is if you have a little cinnamon and sugar sprinkle, when this thing's done, give it a light brush with the butter, just enough to make it sticky. And then maybe give it a little roll or just a little sprinkle of cinnamon and sugar to sweeten this up. Oh, that will be so tasty. So we got a little fruit one too. It's going to get warm inside. Here we go. Let's put a little spray. Almost forgot. Let's put the spray on the bottom. So happy I'm remembering the spray this time, so I don't have to peel them off the bottom of the air fryer. Okay, I'm going to get these going. I'm going to say 4 minutes is what I'm going to go for on the first go around. We're going to go 4 minutes with those. While those are cooking, I'm going to set this aside. Check this out. It's a fun little thing that I found while I was falling in the black hole of recipes. If anybody been to Pinterest? It is a black hole of recipes. So I found this one. What's popping up everywhere at restaurants. You just heat that up real quick. Popping up everywhere there's a chicken place. What are they all starting to have now? Yes, chicken and waffles. If you said chicken and waffles, you are correct. Best thing to do, though, is always control your own chicken and waffles. Because, again, you know what the ingredients are. You know what's in them. You know what's on them. So I'm going to put this stuff aside. We're going to make little baby super easy chicken and waffles. I went the cheap route. Not the cheap route. I went the fast route and got some Belgian waffles at the store. They're in the frozen section. They're beautiful. You can get regular. You can get gluten-free. You can get some fancy with the fruit on them. We have fruit, so we're good to go with that. Okay, these are actually ready to go. Turn that off. So I've got 2 of these ready to go. So the waffle itself in this case is big. Again, we're trying to keep these things a little bit more reasonable, a little bit manageable calorie-wise and size-wise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big old waffle square. I'm just going to cut it in half. I'm going to cut it in a quarter. This is really cool to do if you've got, again, if you're making breakfast or if you got a big egg buffet thing going on, or if you're going to a party and you need an appetizer. Check this out. We're going to go chicken. We're going to go chicken there, chicken there, chicken there, chicken there. We're going to make 4 of these. Look, here's the cool part. Look at how fast this is taking. You're thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot I have a party tonight. What am I going to take? I'm supposed to bring an hors d'oeuvre. Dude, we just toasted a waffle. I didn't call you dude. I just said dude. We toasted a waffle. Chop it in quarters. Air fryer's cooking our chicken while the waffles toasted. That's super fast. Let me grab what I forgot was the toothpicks to hold these bad boys together, because you want to make this look kind of cool. So right now it's like, it looks okay. But what you can do with your chicken and waffle to make it look really fancy now, take those berries that we just used for the other recipe. Look at this. We're using the same ingredients and we're making really cool recipes with the same stuff. I'm going to take a couple blueberries right here. I'm going to stack them up, spear them, drop them right in the chicken, right through the waffle. There we go. I'm going to go one with a little strawberry hat. I'm putting the whole strawberry on here because why not? Strawberry hat with our chicken, waffle. We're going to do the combo one more time. Combo. I'm going to go blueberry, raspberry, a little small one. I'm sorry, blueberry, blackberry. You would think I'd know my berries, huh? There we go. Blueberry, blackberry. On this one, that's a nice solid piece of chicken also. And check those out. I'm going to move this guy over here. We put those on a plate. Take those to somebody's house on a nice plate. Look at what a cute little presentation this is. So now you've got waffles. You got chicken. Again, you can dust your waffle if you want a little powdered sugar to give it some more presentation, a little flavor. If you want to have a little warm, if you got a cool syrup. We like the maples, the amber colored rich gold grade A Trader Joe's syrup. It's good. If you don't have Trader Joe's, get the kind of syrup you like. It just makes a nice little dip or a little drizzle. But these are super good party favors. Look at that. You just pick that thing up. It's ready to go, ready to eat. These are amazing. So check that out. So we've got let's check the air fryer, see how we're doing. This says 14 seconds to go. These are about ready to pull. So look at how long this has taken us to do all this. This is under 15 minutes, except I did pre-cook the chicken. I was doing something else. I threw it in the air fryer, set it for 8 minutes. Boom, there it is, ready to go. So the chicken's ready to go, but it's still warm. When I made the dough, I just got everything else out. It took me about 5 minutes to throw everything else out on the counter right here. You can see the big mess that I've made, but it's all here. And then just start assembling. You get your ingredients, your sauces, whatever it is that you like. Let's see how these came out. Okay, that one came out clean. All right, we are looking good. Yes, they are hot. Coach, you're not using the tongs. No, I'm not. I know. That's not, kids, if you're watching, don't do it that way. Use the tongs. Funny part is, here's the tongs right here. Didn't burn my hands. I was good to go. Okay, I'm just going to try to find the particular one here. All right, looks like the kid ones are right here. Let me clean this up a little bit. So it's that fast. Look at what we got. These are beautiful. These are golden brown on the outside. I didn't butter them up either. So again, keeping a little bit of the fat and the calorie count down, because these biscuits are all made with butter and other goodness in them anyways. So we're going to cut this guy open. And look at that. Don't know if you can actually see all this or not. Oh, that is the one with some sauce in it. So we are chicken, cheese. The cheese melted just perfectly in there. Super moist. Because that cheese, the water of the cheese with that chicken keeps that chicken moist. Even though I pre-cooked the chicken, I didn't overcook the chicken to start with. Make sure you don't overcook it. I didn't overcook it. It's ready to go. Chicken, biscuits, and cheese. You got to love that. I'm really curious. Where's our fruit one? This looks like our fruit guy. Okay, Coach, show us the fruit one. See how that came out. Oh, there it is. We are just nice, warm, good seasoned fruit. So now, again, we're nice, warm fruit. This thing's looking good. Beautiful. Again, you can you can put a little drizzle on it. You can spray some butter spray on it. Sprinkle it with cinnamon and sugar if you want to make it fancier or tastier. As far as the fruit being warm, it's all good. That's amazing. Just like it's a pastry without all the extra sugar and the gelatin and the gross stuff anyways. So you're not going to feel really sluggish after you eat this. It's a nice, I can see a little bit of sweetener on this would be just boop, top-notch touch. I didn't want to do that. I wanted mine to be pure right now. So I left it that way. So again, this is how you can do the variety of these things. And again, I'm going to leave these whole because I'm eating these things later. So again, recapping. So while we got this going on, we had the air fryer, we cooked the chicken. We have rotisserie chicken. Very easy to do. Toaster waffles. Very easy to do. Toaster waffle with the chicken. Stab a piece of fruit on top. Beautiful display. Super tasty. All good. Dip it in syrup, whatever you like to do. The biscuit balls, these are great. Again, you can put different kinds out. Everybody's making them in the house. You can make whatever you want. So everybody's super happy. It's fun to do with the kids. It's a great time. Again, I used the chunk mozzarella. I chopped it up and then dropped it in. You can use sprinkle if that's easier and faster. If you're going for fast, this is definitely the way to go. So you can start these things cooking and walk away from. Don't forget to set the timer on your air fryer because pretty soon, otherwise, you're going to have super crispy chicken waffle balls. So there you go. A bunch of things with the same ingredients, similar ingredients, but the air fryer, the chicken, super good, super tasty, making your whole family happy. Pretty reasonably healthy as well. If you go that route, you can go both ways with that. But either way, it was a good time. So thanks for joining me in the kitchen. If you have more questions, let me know. Again, I'm getting more of those. Hey, Coach, I need the quick recipes. What do you got? What are the kids going to eat? They're going to eat this for sure. And again, the good part as a parent is you get to control what's in here. So that's the part I like. I don't necessarily like the restaurant. I don't know what they're putting in their food. So I like that part. Again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Without you, we don't exist. So thank you for spending your time here. Keep your comments coming, questions coming. We love them. And until next time, keep living empowered.